A terrible morning and a tragedy for the United States. Let me tell you the real reason why Charlie Kirk had been assassinated. It comes down to one thing, and it doesn't matter if it was a state-sponsored assassination or if it was really a lunatic who thought he had to do what the leftists, the radical leftists, already talked about. We all know the left had it out for him. We know that. And the realization right now in the conservative community is talk doesn't get us anywhere. This is the end of debate. Now let me tell you the reason why he had been assassinated. It comes down to one thing: money. Yes, money. Because the left has three objectives. First of all, they want that you are always worse off than them. They hate you. That's what we see all around. All the comments now about his death. Nobody in the left has really appreciation, is passionate with his family. No, look at it. They had it out for him for years. And not only for him, for everybody who is conservative. Second reason, control. They want to control what you think, what you do, and if that is not in their feelings and what you should do, and it doesn't matter what they are doing, they can do the same thing they want to prevent you to do, then they are unhappy. Third reason, they don't want to work, they want your money. That's the reason. And look at countries like Germany and others, where you have tax rates above 50% tax and all the other stuff you have to pay to the government. Why is that? Because it goes to the left, the people who receive money. They want to receive. If you stop the spending of money, the welfare stuff, yeah, society will change. People have the need to work and they don't have the luxury for doing nonsense and engaging in debates and spreading hatred between the lines, all this talks about hidden clues, what you have to do with certain people because they are fascists or whatever. Complete nonsense. No, it comes down to these three items. And the biggest one here is money. They want your money. They want you to work. That's called slavery. They want you to work because they don't want, they don't care, they can't, they whatever reason they have. Yeah, that builds a lunatic society. What has happened right now? Just let me put that into perspective. I've seen all these influencers, Megyn Kelly, Glenn Beck, Benny Johnson, even a senator crying on TV. Why is that? Because they feel, you remember Star Wars? When Obi-Wan Kenobi was sitting in the Falcon, the Millennium Falcon, and the first time the Death Star came into action and destroyed the whole planet, and he said there was a shift in the power, an eruption or whatever, how this is called in English, so just not the German one. But yeah, that's exactly what has happened. Their souls are shouting. They have realized, we tried. We tried to change you. We tried to get your ear. We tried to get you responsible, rational. And you just punched us in the face. That was the last time you did that. Now, people are going to grieve. And then they're going to go and change their minds. They're not going to talk anymore. They're not going to listen anymore. They're not going to take it anymore. So I see what the conservatives are not saying in their statements right now. They say it between the lines, but they are ready. And me, myself, in my age, you see my gray hairs. I hope this will never happen. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna go to the fitness, to the gym, get my body in shape again, and I'm not gonna take it. There's only one thing which matters right now. Not being weak. And you have to drain not the swamp, but the money. Trump was on a good way with US aid, but then some of the conservatives, they were also a bit like, our money is gonna go away. Yeah, and they stopped it. You will see everywhere where you have socialism, crime rates are high. Unless you have brutal dictatorship. Make your choice. That's it for today. Wish you good morning, good luck. See you soon.